Hey guys, welcome to the Max Invest YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a yearly price update for Chainlink. You might know that a couple of days ago I did a video that was a yearly rewind for Chainlink. In this video, I decided to specifically focus on Chainlink's fundamentals, and I said that Chainlink has some very strong fundamentals. However, the issue with Chainlink is its price performance has been lagging a little bit. So in this video, I want to talk about Chainlink's price history and give a bit of an update of how it went in 2021, and then maybe talk about how Chainlink will go in 2022. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, and remember, nothing in this video is financial advice. The first thing to talk about is how much has Chainlink's price gone up in the past year. And as we can see, Chainlink is up roughly 80% in the last year. Of course, 80% is decent returns for any asset. However, if we look at Chainlink relative to the majority of other cryptocurrencies, it has underperformed most things. As we can see, if we look at Chainlink throughout the year, it had a very strong start to the year. Chainlink opened the year at $11.30, and it quickly rode the whole way up to $52, so it showed some absolutely massive gains. However, the second that the May crash came, Chainlink's price started to really slump. It dropped right down to a low of roughly $13 at the end of July, and as we can see, Chainlink hasn't really recovered from that. It made two valiant efforts to actually break out where it got nearly $40, however, it's continued to slump back down to the $20 to $25 range where it spends the majority of its time in these days. Now, if you look at Chainlink's chart, you might know that it looks very similar to the chart of the majority of DeFi tokens. Most of the DeFi tokens like Aave and Yearn Finance have pretty similar charts where they've just more or less traded sideways for the majority of the year, and they had a pretty good period in May, however they're all slumping down right now. Another thing to point out is that Chainlink hasn't really moved too much since August of 2020. Back in August of 2020, Chainlink hit $20 and it had a big blow off top. Chainlink started 2020 at only a couple of dollars, quickly rode up to $20, had a blow off top, came back down, and it hasn't actually done too much in 1.5 years, which isn't very good. So Chainlink hasn't performed too well relative to the majority of other cryptos. Now, if we look at the general stock market, we can see that the market is up 30% year to date. Of course, this is actually a massive move for stock markets, and it's done very well in the past year. However, we can see that Chainlink has been able to outperform the stock market, which does mean that you are still outperforming the majority of TradFi investors when you are holding Chainlink. Chainlink has also outperformed Bitcoin. We can see that Bitcoin is up roughly 60% year to date. Of course, I just said that Chainlink is up 80% year to date, so it has actually outperformed Bitcoin. Of course, Bitcoin hasn't performed very well in the past year, and it's been one of those coins that hasn't been doing too much, just like Chainlink at the moment. However, when you start comparing Chainlink to other big coins like Ethereum, we can see that it's been struggling. Ethereum is up 420% year to date, which shows that it's had an absolutely massive year. However, Chainlink simply hasn't performed as well as Ether, and in my opinion, Ether is probably less risky than Chainlink, so we actually do want to see Chainlink outperforming Ether. Now, if you go down the risk curve and you look at a whole bunch of other coins such as Solana and Avalanche, well, they're up about 50x on the year and they have massively outperformed. And I will say that at the beginning of 2021, a lot of Chainlink people did think that Chainlink's price could go up somewhere between 10 to 20x pretty easily. However, this never materialized. Now, if I look at the general crypto market on CoinMarketCap, I do think that Chainlink's roughly average to slightly below average in its price performance. Essentially, we can see there's a bunch of other coins that haven't performed well with Chainlink. If we look at coins like Stellar, Tron, and Bitcoin Cash, these coins have not done that well. Even coins like Litecoin, they've all done quite poorly. However, the coins that have done quite poorly are fundamentally very bad. If we look at something like Tron or Stellar or Bitcoin Cash, I think these coins are basically dino coins with no utility. However, when we look at Chainlink, Chainlink has performed not that well. However, it's got some massive utility. And there's a bunch of other DeFi tokens such as Aave that have got a lot of fundamental value that have also performed poorly with Chainlink. So it is disappointing to see Chainlink not performing that well and in this crowd. However, this is the historical data and this is what has happened. Another metric that's worth taking a look at is how far are these coins down from their all-time highs. As we can see, Ethereum is down 20% from a November high, Bitcoin is down 30% from a November high, Solana is down 30% from a November high, and Chainlink is down 60% from a May high. So we can see that if we look at this metric, Chainlink is also performing quite poorly. Now, the end of this video, I do want to actually give my thoughts about the price. Essentially, the first thing that I do want to say is that 1 year is a short time frame, and even though crypto has been around for roughly 10 years, I still do believe that 1 year of price performance is definitely quite a short-term time horizon. And if we look at Chainlink's price performance over the past 5 years since inception, it's done very, very well. Chainlink has just trended up over time historically, and it was only roughly 10 cents a couple of years ago. So by that regard, Chainlink has actually been performing quite well. Now, another thing that I do want to say is that in a bull market, fundamentals tend not to matter that much. Basically, anything can randomly pump in a bull market, and you can see things like Dogecoin getting very, very overvalued. However, we do know that Chainlink has a lot of fundamental value, and the more fundamental value that Chainlink has, the better its long-term price will be. A lot of people say, well, fundamentals don't matter anymore. However, these people are simply incorrect. Fundamentals do matter, fundamentals always matter, and everything will go to its fundamental value. The only reason people can't see this is because they look at very short-term time horizons. You can't look at a weekly chart and then say fundamentals don't matter. Essentially, Chainlink's fundamental value is that it provides services to all of the other cryptocurrencies. These other cryptocurrencies will need to acquire Link tokens, and they'll need to pay Chainlink node operators for these services. This means that there's an inbuilt demand mechanism for Chainlink, and the more services that Chainlink is providing, the more Link tokens are bought. I do believe that we are going to be living in a world where Chainlink is connecting all of these different blockchains, and all of the mainstream and assets are actually coming online via Chainlink, so there should be a lot more demand for the Link token. Of course, this makes me very confident that Chainlink will be able to easily appreciate over time, and I am very, very bullish on Chainlink. I do believe Chainlink is probably the most undervalued cryptocurrency out there right now, and overall I am quite excited for the future of Link. Now, if you're looking for what my price prediction for 2022 would be, it's very difficult. And the reason for this is it's very tough to speculate on a short-term time horizon. In 2021, basically nobody's predictions were met. People were either predicting that we'd go into a multi-year bear market and all the cryptos would be near zero right now, and others were predicting that cryptos would be, Ethereum would be roughly 20,000 end of year, Bitcoin would be $100,000, and all of these predictions never came true. They just simply didn't happen. The majority of people were quite wrong about crypto. So if I'm looking into 2022, it's all pure speculation. And there is a possibility that Chainlink will continue to trade sideways and marginally appreciate. However, I do think that 2022 will hopefully be a good year for Chainlink. I would be glad if I could see Chainlink get between $100 and $200 by the end of the year. However, you must remember that this is just speculation on my behalf, and it's very tough to predict in the short term. Of course, if we're talking 10, 15, 20 years down the line, I do feel very confident that Chainlink's market cap will be over $1 trillion, and it will be doing a lot in the crypto space. So I do feel very comfortable with my position right now, and I do think that I'll probably add some more Chainlink. If you haven't watched my video from a couple of days ago where I talked about the fundamental improvements, it's probably worth a watch because it made me even more bullish on Chainlink myself, and I am very happy with its fundamental improvements. Anyway, that brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching the video.